Welcome back to Get Ready with Juanita. If you'd like to know how I got this look, please continue watching. So I've already prepped my face. I usually do it off screen just because I like the products to sink into my skin. So today I used the Naturium Vitamin C cream or serum. I used the Drunk Elephant Whipped Cream Moisturizer, and I also went in with the Glow Recipe Pink Juice Moisturizer just to give my face a bit of extra moisturizer. Last night I did a clay mask, and I just want to add some moisture back into my skin this morning. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on the Luminous Silk Armani foundation. I'm getting close to the end of this, and it'll be nice to use up a product because this one is the oldest one sitting in my collection right now. So I'd really like to get through it. So I'm going to continue to use that up. And I'm going to use my BK Beauty brush and just buff that in. Also, I had put some Summer Fridays lip balm on my lips before I got started. Just they were feeling a little bit dehydrated this morning as well. So it's just to help keep them, moisturize them before I get to my lips. And I do love that lip balm. It's lovely. Okay. Just get that pushed in, spread out. And then I'm going to use my e.l.f. sponge that's slightly damp, and I'm just going to push that in. Just a little extra step to help it sink in and give us a nice even coverage. There we go. And for concealer, I'm going to use the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. And I'm just going to go in with a lighter hand today just to see, how that looks. I've been noticing in some of my videos that when I'm using this product, my skin can look just a little bit different than when using the other products. So, but I also notice I use more of this product. So maybe it's just a consequence of my application method. So I'm just gonna push that in and spread it down my cheek a bit, down my nose. Spread it out just to give me a little bit more coverage in my red areas. Okay, perfect. Then I'm going to go in with my Rare Beauty bronzer stick in Happy Soul. Just to add some color back into my face. There we go, beautiful. Then the next product I'm going to use is an e.l.f. liquid blush. I'll have the shade name put up on the in the list below in the description. I try to list my products now. I've gotten a little bit better at that. Where I'm just a bit of a new channel, I'm just slowly developing as I go. Always trying to improve a bit. So I don't go straight on my face. What I'm going to do is just put some in a lid, just almost acting like a palette to actually blend your makeup on, but this is what I've got. Okay, so I'll push it into my brush first because this is a very pigmented formula, and I want to try to get some more control out of it. So I'm just going to push it into my skin. And as you can see, just how pigmented that is. And when you have a product like this that's like super pigmented and maybe a little bit too much for yourself, like right now, this is too much for me. I'm going to have to fix this. But that's the key, is that it's fixable. So I'll just go back in with my foundation brush, and I'm just going to pat over this just to lighten it up, just because it is a little bit too much for me. And I don't, and as it dries down too, it'll also lighten up a little bit, but that's still a little bit too much. So we'll just soften it up a bit. There we go. Perfect. So we're just going to lighten that up a bit. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my multi-use stick from Cheekbone Beauty. I'm just going to cover some of my little red spots down here because they're still there. They're getting a little bit better. They're starting to heal. I should really get some of those patches to go over it so I'm not applying products right on top. But I just am so impressed by how this sort of conceals everything. And I'll be using this product too when I do my eyebrows, because I found this so awesome to use when shaping my eyebrows. So bam, the redness is gone. Awesome. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'll go in with my powder from Laura Mercier. Now let me just see, I still have enough in there. I usually shake a bunch out, put it on my lid, and then just go from that. And after a while, I'll have to get some that pink blush. Uh-oh. Don't want to make a mess everywhere. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so I'll just shake that up in here just to spread it out. Yep, perfect. And before I go to set my concealer, I'm just going to blend that out because we don't want to set any creases. Perfect. And even when you're using the powder now, that's going to help lighten the level of brightness from that blush as well. And keep in mind, like when doing this, that, okay, on screen, it looks less bright. It was really bright in person. So usually my makeup in person is a little bit more va-va-va-voom, has a bit more punch. So we'll just go over that. But you know what? Even still, this blush is settling in and it's drying down. And as it dries down, it'll also lose some of that, moist pigment that first comes out. So we'll just get everything nicely set now. And I'm using a very light hand. It looks like I'm using a lot of this powder, and I'm not. I'm using a very light hand. This powder is wonderful for people with dry skin or mature skin because it's a hydrating powder And I've used loose powders that makes my face feel dry and cakey and really gross and thick. This does not. It feels just as light as my finishing powder by Charlotte Tilbury. So that's, you know, after the reason why I like the Givenchy just more is because it's got this slight illumination, like illuminating factor to it. Like it has some a little bit of hint of a glow, and it sets my makeup so well. And so, but this product is really good too. I mean, that is awesome. I really enjoy that. I heard a lot of good things about the Makeup by Mario powder as well, but I haven't tried that one. The house, um, I gotta say too, the Hourglass Veil. I like this too for more mature skin, but these products probably wouldn't work very well for people with oily skin because they'd need something that really sets their makeup down and prevents those oils from coming out. All right, so now that I've got that done, I'm going to go off screen and I'm going to do my eyebrows just because it's a little bit, you know, um, to watch. So I'll be right back. I'm back and I have my eyebrows done, and I also created this eyeshadow look here. With a surprise, it's a very springy look, and I actually really like it. I like how it turned out. But I'm using the Rosy Jingle palette from Oden's Eye. Um, but looking at the color story is very springy. It's beautiful pastels, and so I was inspired to actually use this for spring. Why not? Like I said, it's just a title, and I look at my colors in my eyeshadow palettes. And when I feel inspired, I feel inspired. So, this is what we're going for today. So, the first color I'm going to use is this beautiful peach right here in the corner. And I'm just going to lay down the transition shade. Oden's Eye makes such beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow products. I have a couple of their palettes now, a few of their palettes, I think about six. I'm still waiting for my Morgan Turner Valentine's palette to come in. Um, and I ordered all the lipsticks to go with it and everything. And that's because I really like Morgan Turner. She's also a content creator here on YouTube. And I really enjoy, how she does her makeup and suggestions and whatnot. Now, our aesthetics are different though. I like color, and so does she, but I'm sort of halfway between her and Angelica. Angelica does such beautiful color eye looks, and she's just gorgeous. So I do what sort of I think looks good on me. So the next shade I'm going to go in with is this beautiful pink, this bright, vibrant pink. And we're just going to start blending that out and just creating some transition between the initial color. And I'll start off in the corner laying down the color, and then I'm going to blend that up into the crease just to create some of that pink up in the crease. Yes, Angelica Nyqvist is the one I'm talking about. Angelica is she owns Singe Beauty, which is an independent makeup brand, and I'm very much into luxury makeup and indie makeup. It's so much fun. Now, I will also get more affordable brands as well, like Elf, maybe some hard candy. I'll go to the drugstore and have a look as well, or to Walmart and have a look at, what's there because it's fun and I enjoy it all. But a lot of my products tend to be luxury or indie, and just because the eyeshadow formulas that come from indie makeup is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to darken this up. So as I go, I'll be working on both eyes, sort of touching this one up so that the two look good together. So what I'm doing is taking some of that dark pink and I'm going under my lash line as well to smoke it out a bit. There we go, just to bring it up in that corner. Good. The next thing I'm going to do is just lay some of my NYX glitter glue. Yeah, I also watch other content creators too for fun, and just because you never know what might sort of give you some ideas or, different ways of doing your makeup. I'm not an MUA, I'm just a makeup enthusiast. So, I mean, sometimes I use my own creativity to bring me somewhere. But, there's other times that I'm watching these other content creators and getting ideas. And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So, like using eyeshadow to create that wing, I learned from Morgan Turner. She does her wings with eyeshadow instead of liners. And I had tried to do a wing with liners so many times, like liquid liners. Could not do it. I look so goofy in them. So, but this is one way I can create a wing. And I'm like, oh, I can do it. So it's like, yay. I really enjoy having fun. So the next thing I'm going to do is go in with this shade here. And it's this gorgeous multi-chrome shade. And I'm going to transition it between the dark pink or the bright pink, and it'll be a transition between that and this color here. I'm going to go in next, and I'm going to lay this down, and this is a gorgeous shimmer too, and I'll be just moving this, and I'll go over that shimmer, and we're going to lighten that lid up. Bring that up into my crease just a little bit. And I'll be darkening the outer corner now in a minute just to give it a little bit more depth. But where I'm not using a dark shade for my outer corner, I'm using that wing to build a bit of depth. Okay, let me see. Okay, just a little bit more of this light one. So I felt like I had to build this guy up even on my other eye. And it is a beautiful, beautiful shimmer. Oden's eye formulas are just beautiful. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this brush here from Angie Hot and Flashy, and I'm going to go in with this blue. This is a beautiful, beautiful blue. I'm going to pick some of that up, and I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury spray, give that a little squirt. Perfect. And I'm going to start building it up here in the corner. And I'll lay some of this one down. And I'll also use my finger just to blend it a bit. I found this one sort of laid a little tiny, tiny bit chunky. But once I used my finger, I was like, oh, okay. And that way I was able to blend it. There we go. And that's such a beautiful blue. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll be going back in now and doing some blending just to make sure it all blends nicely. So I'm going to be taking this yellow, And I'm just going to use the same brush, and I'm just going to slightly just make sure these two are blended nicely. And then I'll take this blending brush that I used with this shade just to blend it right here, just to blend that blue in so it transitions nicer. And then same thing down here. I'm gonna do some blending right there and bring that blue over there. That's a much nicer transition, but I've got to get this corner just blended a little bit better here. Nice. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is take my small detailer brush with this pink, and I'm just going to darken that outer corner up just a little bit. Now it's not going to get very deep because it's a bright pink, but I'm just going to blend that in with the other shades, and I'll go back here just to make sure I didn't blend that out too much. There we go. Nice. Just come under again just to give that a touch up. Perfect. Lovely. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking this small brush here, and I'm going to go in with this brown, and I'm going to create my wing. Not what? No, oh, did I? No, I did not use that brush. Please forgive me. I used this brush to create my wing, and I'm going to be using this nice brown here. So I'm just going to dip it in and using the line from my eye, I'm going to come out with the wing. Lovely. And then I'm going to stamp this on top. And I'm going to meet these two like so. And then I'm going to go in with my Refer 23, which is a little tiny detailer brush, and I'm going to use that just to fill that in to connect the two. And deepen that brown up. You can use your finger and slide it just against the edge there, and it's just going to sort of pull it to that nice little fine point. Perfect. And I'll take this brush and just go over again that line just to blend it right there into the shadow, into the lower lash line. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is just use my e.l.f. contour palette, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm going to contour my nose. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. And then use this brush with the bronzer. my Y, boop, boop, and come across the bridge. And one thing I've learned while doing makeup, you really got to trust the process, because even at this stage, you're like, or at least I was when I was first starting to learn how to do my makeup. And it's those finishing touches that really adds that special something to your look. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of my other powder products. So I'm just going to go in with the Cheekbone Beauty bronzer over that I had laid. So I'm just going to use this bronzer here. Lay some of that bronzer down just to get it back, just so I don't lose it. Lovely. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use I'm just going to grab a brush that'll fit nicely. I'm going to use the blush just to go over the e.l.f. blush. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury powder, and I'm just going to set and blend everything together. I'm just going to use a bit of my Charlotte Tilbury powder. Lovely. And then I'm going to set my powders with my Charlotte Tilbury spray. And this will fuse it all together. I'm going to use my fan. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the voluminous L'Oreal mascara. And I'll be right back just because it takes a few coats to build up the mascara, and I'll be right back. I'm back and I have my mascara on, and I also did my hair. So the last products that I have to use is actually on my lips, and today I'm going to be using the Cheekbone Lip Liner in shade Clay. So I'm just going to apply this. And just to let you know, these products on the lips lasted so long without any touch-ups at all. They set down so nicely, the matte lipstick, liquid lipstick, and the lip liner. So I'm just going to And today I'm going to be trying the lip gloss in Birch from Cheekbone Beauty. So this is my first time trying this. So this is what it looks like. And you can even see the shade between the holes. And the neat thing is you can keep this compartment here and just get refills. So the packaging is stunning. So I'm just going to, oops, get some on my lips here. So today I've got to say, like, I'm really loving my look. Everything turned out so nicely, and I love this eyeshadow palette. But I mean, Oden's Eye, they make such beautiful eyeshadow formulas, like I had said. And I mean, I'm loving all the products that I use today. So um, the mascara is probably the only thing, because it looks good and it hasn't flaked yet. It's just there's some other eyeshadow formulas that I can use that I just get more length uh, than this will give. And I sort of like that. This still looks good though. I won't complain, but I'm sort of lucky because my eyelashes are can naturally sort of build up quite well. So, but you know, it's a good mascara, but not one of my favorites. Anyway, I had a ton of fun today, and I'm so glad you joined me. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel. That way, you get notified of any other videos that might be uploaded. As well, if you like this video, give it a like or leave a comment and let me know what you think. Any opinions? I really like how my makeup turned out today. And what about Cheekbone Beauty? Has anyone gone out to check it out yet? It's fabulous. And plus, they have 30% off their products from the 20th until the 23rd, March 20th to the 23rd on their website. So that's a great deal to have as well. Anyway, just got to say, I'm feeling good and I'm ready for my day. And I hope all of you guys have a good day too. Bye.